So, who wants to tell me how to set this one up? Keith.
Y equals K
That's right. Y varies, so Y equals K. Go on.
times A times B
Times A times B.
divided by square root of C.
Muy bien. Muy bien. Then let's see. You plugged in Y, A, B, and C to find K. So Y is 12. A is 3. B is 2, and C is 25. Let's see, so that would give you 12 equals 6K over 5. Is that correct? We didn't work this one yesterday.
No.
I didn't think so.
Why aren't you working on your little...
Because it's easier to write up here. And I've aimed the speaker over here so you can still hear. Oh, you can still see what's happening and everything. Now there's two ways to solve for K. What's one of the ways? Keith.
Multiply 5 both sides and divide by 6.
Yeah, exactly. Multiply by 5 and then divide by 6. Or you can flip the fraction and multiply it, which is essentially the same thing. But let's just do it like that. Let's multiply by 5. So that's 60 equals 6K. Divide both sides by 6. And you get K equals 10.
I think with a different way and got the same answer.
How'd you do it?
Like, I put 6 over 5, 2 with 1 and 1/5. And then divided by 6.
Just in your calculator, like as a decimal? Yeah, that would work too. Alright, so once K equals 10, what do we do now?
Plug it back.
Plug it back in. Has everybody got what's on the left side of the board written down? I'm going to cover that up and make space. Good.
Why you cover it?
Why would I cover it up?
Yeah.
So I could have space to write the next one.
You used to.
Well, that's basically what I'm doing. Alright. So we have K, so we're going to plug that back in. And it was Y equals K, which we now know to be 10 times A times B over square root of C. Let's see, find Y when A is... What?
C is 9.
Yeah, I know, I haven't plugged anything in yet. So, plug A in for 5, B in for 3, and 9 in for C. So that's Y equals 10 times 5 times 3 over the square root of 9. What is the square root of 9? 3. 3 divided by 3 cancels. So you get Y equals 10 times 5, which is 50.
I didn't do that.
Did you get the same answer?
No.
Then that's fine. What'd you do? Multiply by the 3 and then divide by the 10, the 5, and the... No, let's see. You would have...
That would be more work.
You just plug the whole thing in and divide it by 3?
No.
Got it.
No,
I
no.
wouldn't compare it.
I did it like...
I multiplied on the top and then divided by the bottom.
Never mind. Nobody.
Okay.
I still got the same answer.
As long as you get the same answer, that I guess I don't care what you do. Questions on that?
This is confusing.
Oh,
That's a lot for my little mind.
your little mind.
My
Basically, whatever varies, you're just going to set equal to K. And then this will tell you whether you're multiplying, dividing, etc. That and any other directly, inversely, or jointly will tell you if you're multiplying or dividing, and then you just plug stuff in. Let's look at another one.
Can we go over homework? Some of it?
Last night's homework?
Yeah, I had trouble on like 4 of them.
That was like all of them.
No,
Let's just go over.
because we had 2.
Well, here's the thing. I put those problems, I wasn't sure if you guys were able to get those or not, so I ended up putting those back on tonight's, but we can look at one real quick. Pick one that was particular, okay.
Okay.
What did 14 say? Read it very slowly.
Oh, well,
Who wrote down number 14?
I wrote down the answer.
Paige, read it very
We
slowly.
didn't have any 14. We had 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
He gave us a second page to look up on YouTube.
Yes. And if you did that, then you're ahead. Because those same problems are on today's, and you can just transpose them. Or actually just staple them, and you won't have to do them again. But, you know what? Let's just refrain from doing the homeworks. Because I have more examples like those up here, and we'll just do those. And then if you have questions, I can answer during homework time. So let's just go do more specific problems. Let's see. So your question was over things like this, right? Where you just had to make the equation and solve for y. So how about this one? Who wants to tell me how I'm gonna? Wait, I think we did this one yesterday, actually. Yeah, we did. We didn't?
Is this the only lesson we did yesterday?
We did. Gosh, what are you talking about?
Mr. Crawford? Is
Yes.
this the only lesson we did yesterday?
Yes. Yes, we did. Okay, then we'll just do one out of the homework in a minute. Now, what we did not do yesterday was get into word problems. Now, word problems look harder. The only difference is you get to make up your own letters, but everything else is the same. The water temperature of the Pacific Ocean varies. I'm going to stop. The water temperature varies. So we can make up our own. What should water temperature's letter be? W. Water temperature varies. We're still going to set it all up the same exact way.
Where
And
does the K come from?
K is the, that's right, you weren't here today. K is the correlation coefficient. And essentially all of our problems are based on finding the mystery K. What's going to eventually kind of be like the slope of the problem to see. Let me actually go back to the DOM for a second. I wish I had thought to talk about that before we did the DOM. All the problems, of course now you can't even see half of it, are designed to have you set up an equation. And then if you notice, they give you every single part of the equation except for the K that you started out with. Because the whole point is to solve for the K and then plug it back into your original equation and then work a second problem with your K. And if you're thinking, what the heck is the point of this? The point of this is you know, I'm not feeling very articulate today, but it's got a lot of real world application, which is kind of the point of what we're doing now. It's to find out how things are related so that we can use them to predict future things. And whenever you find a common pattern, you're essentially finding a correlation coefficient, which is what we're doing now. So anytime you see the word varies, you just throw something, in this case water temperature equals K, and that's essentially what you're going to solve for. All right, and it varies inversely. So what does that mean I'm doing? Dividing. Inversely means dividing. By the depth of the water. So what should we label that as? D. All right. I guess you could put Q if you wanted to. At a depth of 1,000 meters, so D equals 1,000, the water temperature is 4.4. So 4.4 equals K over 1,000. How do I solve for K? Someone other than Keith?
Oh, I know this.
Sam.
Multiply by 1,000.
Multiply by 1,000, that's right. And what would that be? 4,400?
Yeah.
I believe so. K equals 4,400. Now we're going to plug that back in over here to our original equation. Erase, erase, erase. And plug that in. What? Windows Media Player. As much as I would love to listen to music, not right now. Windows is like too much math. Okay. So 4,400 goes in for K. Now, what is the water temperature at a depth of 5,000 meters? So we're going to take out the D, plug in 5,000, and solve for W. Somebody want to punch that in the old calculadora and simplify that as a fraction for me? Or a decimal, I guess would work too. Didn't know. Actually,
0.88 if it's a decimal.
they gave us a decimal in the first place, so I'm guessing we're going to stick with it. So the water temperature is what?
0.88.
0.88? That's really cold. Who would have thought that at the very bottom of the ocean it was really cold?
There's no sunlight.
They never mentioned that in Nemo. Marlin and Nemo, they go down for those goggles. They're never like, hey, it's cold down here. They should have.
Dory would be frozen.
Marlin and Dory.
No,
What?
Dory and Nemo.
No, they're
Right.
probably
Nemo's a baby.
It depends on, like,
It
they're
was
still getting
Nemo.
sunlight to it.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen Finding Nemo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they go into the pitch black?
Oh, yeah, I know.
I
And
just
then
heard
they made that
Celsius
weird
Fahrenheit.
fish.
They made
That
that
ugly
ugly
mouse
face
with the light.
Yeah, and Dory's laying, whatever her name is, laying with it.
Dory.
Because they needed to get to 42 while they were away Sydney. Okay.
Keep saying.
Just keep swimming. Are there questions on this problem? I love it.
Why are we talking about it?
I'm sorry. Here we go. Let's look. No, I thought I had
Let's
it.
look at them.
That's our homework.
This is your homework. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to go ahead and hand you your homework. And if you're at home, I'm just going to advance through the slides slowly so you can write them down. But I have them all printed off for you today.
Can we write them?
Yes, you may write on them.
Are these yours?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, there's more on here than just those.
I did the ones yesterday. Are you freaking serious?
Those yesterday too. Are you silver?
Well, they're the same. If you did those from yesterday, then you're ahead. But there are more on.
I did those.
Can you just do them on the board? Like, show?
No, but I can help you if you want to. If you
I
need
need
it.
you to help me fill up with about maybe if I can get one out of it.
Can we help each other?
Stop it. You know what you're doing. You're being a little bad. Stop it. You. Yeah, you.
What?
Tormenting Lucas. Hitting him in the head. Hold on to his worksheet.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to sit you over here in quarantine if you don't watch it.
Can we help each other?
No.
Sorry, girl over
We
there.
can't help each other?
I mean, yes. I didn't hear what you said.
You just immediate reaction is like,
I mean, come on now. What is the cube root of Z?
We can play
Is that like a root and then Z is cube?
No.
I just read that.
Which one is this?
3 and
Which one has that?
So all we have to do,
I'll help you with that one. Give me a second.
Mr. Crawford,